Hello students, welcome to the 11th lecture of the oscillation chapter. Now students, we are going to see the proceeding part, means the next part of the oscillation chapter. Now students, before that we will learn some of the part that which we have learned in the previous video. It is necessary to revise, so we will revise that part which we have learned. Now students, as you can see, the chart is popping on your screen that we have prepared in the previous video. So one more time we will see that chart, how to make that chart and which formulas we are going to use to prepare this chart. So students, we have the formula for the displacement, velocity and the acceleration. Now the formula for the displacement is x is equal to a sine of omega t. So now we will see the formula for the velocity, as the velocity is differentiated part of the displacement. So again the a sine omega t from the displacement will be get converted into the a omega cos of omega t. So if you differentiate the equation, that is dx by dt, then you will get the a omega cos of omega t. Now if once again you will differentiate the velocity, then you will get the acceleration, the formula for the acceleration, and it will be minus a omega square sine of omega t. So this is the three equations that we have formed, as the displacement x is equal to a sine of omega t, velocity v is equal to a omega cos omega t, and the acceleration a is equal to minus a omega square sine of omega t. So these are the three formulas we are going to use to prepare the chart. Now we will see how to prepare the chart in sequential manner. Now students, as you can see, the row for the time t, which is indicated by the small t, is first digit is, that is the first time it is 0, and the SHM will start from the initiation point at which the t will be 0. That's why the first time impact will be 0. Now after that the t by 4 time impact, then you can see the t by 2, then after that 3t by 4, then fifth one is t, and the last one is 5t by 4. So these are the time impacts at which we have to see the phases of SHM, and with the help of this chart we are going to draw the graphs for it. Now as far as the values of theta are concerned, it is first of all it is 0, as the SHM will start from the x-axis, so it will be firstly 0, and the second one will be the pi by 2, which will term in degree the 90 degree, which will be along the first positive y-axis, and the third one will be the pi, which is the 180 degree, it will be along the negative x-axis, and the fourth one is 3 pi by 2, which is 270 degree. Then after that for the time t, it will be the 2 pi, means the 360 degree. Again the SHM will complete, and you can say that the particle will come to its mean position, means its original position. And the last one is the 5 by 2 for it. 5 by 2 means for the time 5t by 4, the theta will be 5 pi by 2. Now students, we will obtain the values of displacement at that respective time and the respective angle theta. So we will see the one by one. So as we have obtained the equations for the displacement, velocity and the acceleration, now we will think first of all about the displacement. So we will calculate the values of displacement first. So first value of theta, we are having the 0. So in short we will put the value 0, and the time t is equal to also 0. So we will put the value in the equation of the displacement, that is x is equal to a sine of omega t. So the omega t is the term which will become 0, hence the entire term of the a sine omega t will become 0. Thus the displacement will cause also 0. Thus the value of first displacement when the time t is 0 and theta is 0 is 0, means x will be 0. Now the second value at the pi by 2 and the time for t by 4, let's see which value we are getting. When we put the value of pi by 2 into the equation, now the second value for the displacement is pi by 2. Then when we put the pi by 2, that is then the value will become the sine 90. So as we know that the sine 90 is 1, so displacement term x will be remain only a, because as the sine 90 term is 1, so 1 into a only term will remain is the a. So that will be the value at the pi by 2 and for the time t by 4. Now the third value we have to calculate is at the theta is equal to pi, that the theta is equal to 180 degree. As we know that the sine 180 is the 0, so value for the displacement will be 0. Now the third angle is 3 pi by 2. When we put into the displacement equation, then we will get it is at the negative sign, so we will get the minus a. So likewise we will calculate the values for the 2 pi and 5 pi by 2. Similarly, we will put the values of t, that is time small t, and the theta into the equation of the velocity. Now we know that the students, the equation for the velocity is a omega cos omega t. Thus one by one we will put the values. First of all, we will put the value of 0, that the t is equal to 0 and the theta is equal to 0. Then the entire term we will get in the form of a omega. As the cos 0 is 1, so the term will remain only a omega. So that's why the velocity at the theta is equal to 0 will be a omega. Now when we put the value of pi by 2, then the value of velocity will be 0. Thus likewise we have to put the values in that equation of velocity, which is v is equal to a omega cos omega t. Then we will get the respective values. Then same for the acceleration, we will put the values and we will obtain the chart. This is the chart we have obtained by the putting the value. Now we will see the next part of this chapter. Now students, as you can see the diagram which is popping on your screen. So first of all, we have drawn the displacement diagram. So as we will take the help of that chart and we will draw this graph for the displacement, velocity and acceleration. So students, if we observe the graph for the displacement, then we will get that on the y-axis you can see the plus a. After that, at the lower extreme position there is minus a. So students, these values indicates that the maximum values of plus a means the point will be at the positive side, at its extreme side it will be the plus a, and when the point will be or the particle will be at the negative extreme side it will be minus a, and in between them the origin of x and y axis is given, which is denoted as O. Now students, we will see how to draw the graph with the help of the chart which we have obtained by the putting the values into the respective equations. Now you can see students that the first value of the displacement is 0, you can see in the chart. So the graph will start from the origin, so the graph will start from the 0. So first of all 0, then it has reached the point A. As you can see, the second point we have obtained is A, so it will reach the point A, that is plus A in the graph you can see. After that it will come down again to the 0, as the value of displacement is we have obtained by putting in the equation is 0, so again it will 0. After that student, if we observe, then there is the negative a. That's why the graph will be bending down towards the negative a, and it will reach the negative a. So again it will rise to the 0. As you can see that we have obtained the value of putting 2 pi, that value of x we have got is 0, so the next point will be 0. And after that the value of omega or value of theta we have put into the equation, then we have got the point A. So again the point will be lying over the A, means the point will be from the A, means at its a positive extreme side, and after that again the point will be coming toward the x-axis, means toward the 0. So students, this is the graph for the displacement that we have drawn with the help of the chart that we have obtained by putting the values in its respective equations. Now students, we will see for the graph of velocity. Now as we have drawn the graph for the displacement, in the same way we are going to draw the graph for the velocity. Now but here is the one difference, students. If we see the equation for the velocity, it is a omega cos omega t. So students, in case of displacement it was only a because the only term was a there, but here in the equation of the velocity you will get the a omega, as you will differentiate the sin omega t, so we have got the a omega extra. So we will write the a plus a omega over the y-axis for the extreme positive position, and the negative omega is for the negative extreme position. So students, if you're putting the value of theta and the time 0, then we get the first point, it is a omega, that is positive extreme position. So the graph will be started from the positive extreme position, that is from the a omega. So again, if you see the next value, then you will get, if you put the theta is equal to pi by 2 in the equation of velocity, then you will get the velocity equal to 0. So after the starting the graph of velocity from the a omega, the point will be reaching toward the 0. So again the point will be toward the x-axis, means as it will be 0. Then after that we have put the value theta is equal to pi by 2, then we have obtained the value of velocity, it is minus a omega. Thus the next point after the 0, it will be negative extreme position, that is minus a omega. After that students, when we have put the value of 3 pi by 2, then we have get the value as 0. So again the graph will be going toward the 0, which will be lying over the x-axis. Again if we put the value of 2 pi, then we have get the positive extreme position, that is the plus a omega. Then the graph will be that the point will be reaching toward the positive extreme position, and again the last value we have got is, it is 0. So again the point will be coming at the 0, which is lying over the x-axis from the positive extreme position. So this is the graph student we have drawn for the velocity. Now students, we will see the graph for the acceleration. Now students, first of all we will see towards the equation for the acceleration, as it is a is equal to minus a omega square sine of omega t. So as we have obtained the equation for the acceleration by the differentiating the equation of the velocity, so there will be the cos omega t has been converted into the minus sign. Then as that's why it possesses the equation of acceleration, the minus sign. Then the extra omega will be there, that's why the omega square has, we can see there. That's why the cos omega t will be converted into the sin omega t. So this is the equation of acceleration that we have obtained from the differentiating the equation of the velocity. Now students, in the same way we have done for the displacement and the velocity, similarly we will put the values of theta into the equation, and then we will get the values, and as per values we will draw the graph. So as the first value is t is equal to 0 and the theta is equal to 0, when you put into the equation, then the entire term will be the 0. So the graph will be starting from the origin, the graph will be starting from the 0, and as you will put the second value, that is pi by 2, then you will get students, the second value you will get is minus omega square, minus a omega square. Hence the second value will be the minus a omega square, means at the negative extreme point. Again if we put the value of the pi, then you will get the value of acceleration 0. So again the graph will be going towards the x-axis, means towards the point over the x-axis, which will be 0. Then again you will put the value of 3 pi by 2 in, means which means 270 degree. Then you will get the value of acceleration, it is positive extreme position, that is a omega square. Again students, if you put the value of 2 pi into the equation of acceleration, then you will get the 0. So the point will be going toward the 0, which will be lying over the x-axis. So likewise you have to put the value as 5 pi by 2, then you will get the negative extreme position, which will be lying at the negative extreme position over the y-axis. So the point will be now at the negative extreme position. So thus students, we have drawn the graph of acceleration. In this way we have drawn the graph for the displacement, velocity and the acceleration. So students, when there will be the question in the exam that draw the graph for the displacement or for the velocity or for the acceleration, or they may ask the three of the graphs in the same question, they may ask you for the drawing the graph or for the plotting the graph for the displacement, velocity and acceleration, or the graphical representation of SHM. So first of all you have to do is, first thing you have to do is you have to write the correct equation for the displacement, velocity and acceleration in correct way. Then from based on this equation you have to put the values of time t and theta as you can see in the first two rows. Then by putting these values you have to obtain the respective values of the x. Then you can obtain the respective value of velocity. Then you have to just obtain the value for the acceleration, and accordingly you have to draw the graph which will be indicating the positive extreme position and the negative extreme position for the three of this displacement, velocity and acceleration. And then you have to draw very neatly the three of the graphs. So this is what student we have learned in this video. So the next part of the chapter we will see in the next video. Thank you so much.